Hello, my wonderful, beautiful people. I am back with a video because I found this super amazing article. My people, this is something that I have been talking about for the last 6.5 years. It's nearing 7 years. You know, a lot of times you get around people or you in that area with people that do not share the same beliefs that you may share, or people that you can really truly relate with, or you may be on different social media platforms, but people not talking your language, they are not expressing what you are expressing. And so you out there putting out information and you get very little feedback. And so you wonder like, okay, am I in the right place that I need to be? Am I speaking what the Creator really has placed in my heart? So you begin to examine yourself and your mind. But then the Creator always come along because He always sends messages, signals, synchronicities, and He bring people into your territory to confirm, hey, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You are speaking exactly what I want you to be speaking. You are on the platform that you need to be on, which is YouTube, because I have you there for a purpose. Now, people, I found this amazing article. And in her article, it says, this ebook contains no copyright restrictions. Please feel free to print and share it in its entirety, acknowledging the source and writer. And I'm going to put her information in the description box where you can go and find this article, and you can connect with Mary. Her name is Mageau, and I want you to hear what she has to say, because the things that I have been speaking on YouTube over this last 1.5 years, my people, this is exactly everything she confirms in her PDF file. I'm not going to read the whole file, but I do want to read on the Ascension, because I have been talking about upgrading for 2021. So you might say, well, Destiny, what are we upgrading? Yes, of course, we got to start with our mind, our mindset, how we see ourselves, what we believe, how we are speaking. All that has to change, my people, because you create your world with your thoughts. So you're going to have to change a whole lot of things and a whole lot of programming. You're going to have to detach yourself from a whole lot of things that it's not good for you. Things that has kept you in a place of hurt, fear, pain. I mean, all kinds of things, lack, scarcity. I mean, so much. Religions, school system beliefs, the masses, the churches. I mean, everything. Religion. I mean, people. Let me get started, because I'm going to try to read what she has to say on the part of Ascension. So you say, Destiny, what are we upgrading? I said, it starts with your mind. But it's about time, my people, to get a DNA upgrade. And that is where a lot of people is going to get a DNA upgrade. And this is going to come with a spiritual awakening. Let me read what Mary Mageau has to say about the Ascension. I'm going to read exactly her words, and I'm giving her the credit. This is her work. This is her reading. This is her article. This is her heart. So she said, what is Ascension? We all are now living through the last days. This does not mean the end of the world is coming through terrorism or holocaust or severe earth changes, as many prophets of doom and gloom would have us to believe. Rather, we are witnessing the beginning of a glorious new age of light, of cooperative sharing of planet Earth's resources, of peace, joy, and love. The new age will occur both for our planet and for all of her inhabitants who consciously choose to participate. Signs abound all around us of major changes within our planetary societies. Many no longer believe that making money or amassing material possessions offer any form of deep satisfaction. Many no longer assume that large institutions, banks, governments, and multinational industries have our best interests at heart. As secrecy, corruption, and cover-ups comes into public awareness. For far too long, our churches have divided us from one another, while our patriotic religions have failed to acknowledge the special talents of the talents and the gifts of women and minorities. In our personal lives too, we are reevaluating all of our relationships, careers, and lifestyles, often making major changes. What is going on? What is this something that is compelling us to reassess our lives and to strike out in new directions as never before? We are all responding to the divine plan orchestrated by the Creator of all. That is for the earth and all upon her to change from a three-dimensional life environment into a fifth-dimensional one. But in order to evolve, all current life forms must change physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We must readjust our thought processes, letting go of old limiting belief systems while embracing a new reality which requires us to take back our personal power, a fearless state which assumes our full responsibility for the results of each of our thoughts, our words, and actions. All of our present jobs, relationships, possessions, etc., must be relinquished if these do not support a new competitive and lovely cooperative mode of being. In addition, we must release deeply held and painful old emotional issues if we wish to support a higher state of consciousness. This journey into the higher dimension is known as the Ascension process. And while it affects our emotional and mental states, our bodies are also readjusting to higher vibrational forces that accompany the expansion of our consciousness. During our sleep states, we are slowly changing from a carbon-based body with two strands of DNA into a crystalline body accessing many more strands. Not only are we humans making this biological change, all our life forms, plants and animals, and the earth herself are changing. Accompanying these changes to our DNA structure is a fact now well documented by our scientists, which is not being disclosed at this time to the general public. Planet Earth's heartbeat, better known as the Schumann cavity renaissance level, has been gradually rising over the past several decades. During January 2000, the SCRL was vibrating at 7.8 Hertz. Hertz being the unit of frequency of electromagnetic waves, and at present it is believed to hover slightly below 13 Hertz. So, to all of the geological and biological life forms on the planet, including humans, are experiencing a rise in frequency as the atoms in all cells and in all matter are gradually vibrating at faster rates. If a reality check is required to convince us of this, have you noticed that the time seems to be accelerating, days and months fly by, and as all life accelerates, so too will time continue to speed up. Yet, as Earth's pulse rate is rising, her magnetic field strength is declining. Because our solar system is now passing through the photon belt, Earth's rotation is slowing. When our Earth fully stops its rotation and the Schumann cavity renaissance level reaches a steady 13 Hertz or cycles per second, we will arrive at a 0 point magnetic field. The Earth's rotation on her axis will come to a halt, and in 2 to 3 days will begin rotating again in the opposite direction. This will produce a reversal in magnetic fields together with a consciousness shift that will lift all life forms into a higher dimension. Not everyone, however, is experiencing these changes concurrently, and many people inhabiting the earth are still in the early stages of even sensing these changes. In order to move comfortably through these accelerations and changes, we must all lift our consciousness to embrace higher levels of truth, spirituality, and thought in order to embody more strands of DNA. Ascension is a word that signifies one's moving into a higher state of being and of consciousness. Yet many persons have freely chosen not to make this journey. Many wish to experience more learning at a third dimensional level and are not yet ready to evolve. And so all of those who choose to remain at a third dimensional conscious level will be leaving the earth plane via the normal death process before the earth makes her ascension. There is no judgment made regarding this choice, as the creator of all that is respects and honors the free will of all its creations. Eventually, these souls will accept the challenge at some future time and will lovingly greet them when they arrive. Ascension is not for the chosen few. It is offered to everyone, regardless of their color, their class, or creed. The only requirements for ascension are strong intention, the day-to-day living in unconditional love, together with some acknowledgement of our great Creator by whatever name or means one wishes to use. Since Ascension is a graduation, our 21st century civilization functions as both our final exam and as a filter. Our present time exists to sort out those people who are ready for ascension and those who are not. People not ready or able to pass this exam are those who are too distracted by the dramas and the games of the modern world to listen to the ascension summons from within. To hear about the ascension or pick up a book on spirituality or begin to pray or practice meditation indicates that an individual is passing through the filter. Now is the time for an end to the drama of false action, the exerting of crushing power over others, and the constant self-seeking of inflated egos. There is no middle ground, for either one chooses to commit totally to the light and is responding action, or one continues to cling to money, material comforts, false truths, and the self-abuse of Earth's precious resources. A new light is emerging as never before seen on planet Earth. Be in joy, for the great awakening of our humanity is now fully upon us. And my people, this is quote per se. This is by the author, and her name is Mary Mageau. And I want you people, I'm going to scroll here right quick because I want y'all to get to see what the author is all about, because I am giving her credit for her information. She is phenomenal. This is a 43-page PDF file. So I want to give credit where credit is due. She talks about so many amazing things that I have already discussed upon, my people. But I just want to get to that part so you can see exactly where I am. And I'm strolling really quickly because I want to make sure that you see who the author is, okay? She told me about the last few pages. I'm still strolling. So I hope you found this information very interesting and very knowledgeable and very powerful, because this is true, people. 2021 people, many of us who is ready and willing to accept the changes that is coming, we're about to go to a whole nother dimension level of higher state consciousness. And I want you all to know it's nothing to be afraid of. It's something that we have to grow and become our greater and higher self. And so this is her right here. That's her name. And she is an Australian spiritual teacher and author. Amazing. I'm going to put this down in the description box, my people. I just want you to see a little bit about her, and I found it came right at a perfect timing when I'm talking about the upgrading that we need to do for 2021. Now, people, we got to remember, we can't just take we can't take none of that stuff. The pain, the hurts, the losses that we lost in the year of 2020, and all those fears and things, and try to drag them with us, holding on to them and still talking about them and still giving them your energy, because it's going to keep you at that lower state of consciousness. Gotta let those things go, forgetting those things which are behind us, and we are pressing toward those things that is in front of us. This is scripture. He said, I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. The high calling, my people, is your DNA. You're going to get more than just 2 strands that we normally would have in our DNA, because we have to grow to become our best and better version, our higher conscious state of self. This is still part of Mary information, and I'm giving you all her information here as well, site as well. I'm going to put this in the description box. This is where you can contact her at. And that is very phenomenal. So she said this information is free to pass along. Just give her credit for her work, and this is her. So my people, I am done. Just get ready. As the Creator keeps telling me to tell you people, don't wait till December 31st, 2020 or January 1st, 2021. Say, okay, I'm ready now for the upgrade. No, you got to start working at yourself now. You got to start working at that mind. That mind, I mean, that's your killer. That negative mind, those negative thoughts, hanging around negative people, negative energy vampires, and all those things. Get this information, my people, in your head. Go and find her. Again, I will place the information in the description box. She is everything that I have been looking and talking about. She has confirmed it, and there's so much more that we can have to read. I am giving her credit for her work. She's the author of this amazing article I just read about Mary Mageau, and she is phenomenal. I will also drop the description box her link where you can contact her, and that's it. I'm gonna see you guys at the next video, my people. It is time for us to get ready. 2021 is right on us. You're going to go through a spiritual awakening. I have been talking about that, my people, for the longest. I have so many videos of spiritual awakening. You're about to go through an ascension, but you're only going on your free will. He's not going to force you. He's not going to pull you through. He's not going to drag you through. He's just putting you information out there, because like Mary said, if you're not willing to go, you want to just stay back into that third dimensional level, you're going to die. Not saying that we won't gonna meet again, but you're not gonna grow and become that peace, that love, and that light that the universe has so placed within us. Thank you, Mary, for your information. I am sharing it. I am putting it out there, and I will put the information for everybody to see it. People, I'm gonna go. But what is ascension? And what will be the upgrade in the year of 2021? You heard about your DNA. Your DNA is about to go to more of a higher level as well. You're leaving that 2-strand, my people, those who's willing to take the journey to the higher self. You're going to get more DNA strands. I'm out of here. Namaste to you. Thank you, Mary. I will see you guys at the next video. I hope you got this information. She is so good. Thank you. Bye-bye.